Mookie at the plate, first and second, one gone.
Towards Soto, who calls off Taylor. Taylor, though, knocks it around, and he made the catch and fires in towards second base. Is this a double play? No, the runners move up to second and third.
Okay, so they're challenging that Conforto left early.
If you tag, you're allowed to run as soon as the ball hits the glove of the outfielder. And what happens from there is immaterial as long as you've tagged.
After review, the call is confirmed. The runner is safe.
It started raining very hard, very quickly here. This will be a 1 hour, 38-minute rain delay. Smith has been incredibly good this year with runners in scoring position especially.
On the ground, left side. Lindor deep in the hole, long throw, not going to get Smith. And the Dodgers jump on the board first.
The base is still loaded here for Teoscar Hernandez.
Ground ball at third. It's into left field underneath the glove of the third baseman Beatty. Two more on the board thanks to Teo. And a 3-0 Dodger lead.
Brett Beatty at the plate here. He has been swinging a pretty hot bat of late. He's out near the wall. It is gone. A home run.
And the Mets are on the board against LA. It is 3-1 Dodgers.
Should be deep enough to score Marte. We'll see. Hernandez coming in. Makes the catch. Marte's tagging. Hernandez with a good throw to the plate.
Wow.
And Marte is out. What a throw.
There was obstruction on Muncy, and Muncy's pleading his case and saying he was well off the bag.
You can see him take a couple steps in between Marte and his line of sight, and that's when Tripp Gibson came in and made that call. And the run will count. It's 3-2.
But a pair of two-out base runners now for Max Muncy, and wouldn't this be poetic?
Muncy inside outs with a left. That's a base hit. And with 2 outs, the Dodgers strike here in the 5th. Their lead is back to 3. So Scott has allowed a couple of base runners. And the Mets now will bring the tying run to the plate. Marte rounds third and scores. Alonso's being waved home. McNeil's heading for third. It's a 2-run triple and a 1-run game. And the bottom of the 9th inning. And now the Dodgers bring their infield in with the tying run. McNeil at third.
Swinging a liner towards third, base hit, going towards the left field corner. The game is tied. McNeil scores from third. All even, 5-5, a 3-run bottom of the 9th for the Mets.
Tanner Scott only records 1 out. He gives up 3 runs and the lead. Typically, Diaz has been unbelievably good in extra inning games in his career. And Muncy, it's a bouncer up the middle, handled by Lindor, steps on second, throws to first, a double play. It's Griffin Canning, who was the starter for the Mets, is wearing all the rally caps. Are going to bring a 5th infielder in from the outfield. Bouncing ball, Hernandez has it, throws to second, and they go around the horn for a double play. Can you believe this? No runs in extra innings. That's the hardest part to fathom. Will Smith scores. Teoscar Hernandez, his 3rd RBI tonight, and it's 6-5 Dodgers in the 13th.
It's the Dodgers 7, the Mets 5.
Down to their last out.
Have taken down the Mets in New York tonight. It took 13 innings, and about 5 hours and 45 minutes after it starts, it ends.
So far, Peterson keeping the Dodgers off balance. Back-to-back Dodgers on with 1 out.
Rolls this ball towards the middle, and it pierces through. Dodgers get on the board first, 1-0 in the second. And they've got him at the corners with 1 away for the rookie catcher, Dalton Rushing. Chops it in play. It looked like it maybe hit his foot, but instead it just had some weird English on it. Torrens throws down to first, and it's 2-0.
So the Mets with 2 on, 2 out. Brett Beatty, who's been swinging the bat well, coming up.
Goes after the first pitch here and bangs a base hit into right field. The Mets with a 2-out rally. New York's on the board. It's 2-1.
The Mets have really struggled. They were 0 for their last 11 in runners in scoring positions. That's got to feel good. You see the excitement by Beatty.
Well, once again, the Mets are taking you right to a spot where they have set the table with traffic. 2 outs for Marte.
Big at-bat right here for Starling Marte, and a 2-1 game in the 4th. Oh my goodness, a check swing tapper up the middle. Rojas can't pull the trigger, and the game is tied. Infield hit Starling Marte, 2-2 in the 4th.
And here you go, Juan Soto with the bases loaded.
Well, if there is one area where the spotlight is shown brightest and where he has struggled the most, it is right here. And he takes just off of the inside with a cutter-like slider that evens the count 2-2.
How do you not swing at that? Even Gonsolin says, how do you not swing at that?
And so it's 2-2. Here it comes. It is a splitter. It's lofted to center. Edman on the run. Not going to get there. Soto trying to unload the base bases. Betts throw to the plate's in time. He was 1 for his previous 24 with runners in scoring position. An exhale from him and this Citi Field crowd.
Well, David Peterson.
He has been in control, and he has dominated this Dodgers lineup.
Into the 8th inning, his career high 7 2/3, and on a night where the Mets desperately needed an outing like this, he's given it to him. And Ohtani comes up as the tying run. Strikes him out for the 3rd time. David Peterson, less than 24 hours after the bullpen covers 11 innings, has matched his career high 7 2/3.
And so Diaz now, in all likelihood, will be asked for a 4-out save. In there, strike 3 called. He got him with a fastball and retires the side in the 8th. So 1 out, and Brett Beatty coming up.
Put some insurance across and try to put this game out of reach.
Slices this fly ball to deep left center field. That's headed for the gap and nailing the wall. Beatty's knocked in another on a perfect night for Brett Beatty. 5-2, the Mets in front. Edwin Diaz looking for a 4-out save. Swing and a miss. 2 hitters, 2 Ks. On 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night against the Major League average leader.
Andy Pages coming up for the Dodgers.
Bouncing ball towards the middle. Acuña's there, and the Mets have tied this series up at a game apiece. Pitching masterpiece tonight on a night where they had to have it. Oh my goodness, that is not going to be easy to clean.
Dave Roberts told us in a perfect world, Shohei Ohtani is one of 5 or 6 pitchers that starts the second half of the season. We got a really good look at him today because he threw to hitters for the first time since surgery.
He looked mid-season form to me. I mean, he was mid-90s with his fastball. The attention for a guy throwing a side session at 2:30 in the afternoon was remarkable. Certainly, Shohei Ohtani draws a crowd.
Kodai Senga on the mound, making his 40th Major League start. 30-year-old from Japan. Of course, all eyes on that first at-bat coming up with Shohei Ohtani.
That ball is smoked. He is now given up 2 home runs as he goes upper deck. Ohtani's 18th of the year. 2 pitches in. LA 1. The Mets nothing.
A leadoff home run for Shohei Ohtani. To the upper deck he goes, torching a fastball and giving the Dodgers a 1-0 lead.
3 batters in. They lead 1-0, and they have runners at second and third and nobody out.
And that double helps set up the Dodgers in their top risk artist, Will Smith.
This one is lifted shallow center field. Who's going to get there? It's Taylor in center. Betts coming home. Throw home.
Safe at the plate. So a sacrifice fly, at least for now, for Will Smith. We'll see if the Mets challenge.
He's out. Doesn't seem like the front of the shoe gets on top of the plate.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. You open the retain the challenge.
So it's a double play on the fly out.
Another encouraging sign as Soto hit it right at Muncy, and he busted down the first baseline.
And that gives the Mets a runner at first with 2 out, and Pete Alonso coming up.
He swings, drives one to left field, and the polar bear has put the Mets back on top.
And for Alonso, his first home run after 65 consecutive at-bats, covering 16 games without one. That ends the longest home run drought of Pete Alonso's big league career. 2-1 New York.
Well, it looked like the beginning of an amazing potential double play turns into nothing for the Dodgers because the Mets have first and third, Soto up and nobody out.
1-2, slow roll to second base. They will go to second, and Soto will bring in Lindor. And the Mets now have a 3-1 lead.
In Citi Field, the fans wearing orange and blue, giving the right-hander some applause. Was not crisp or perfect, but he did the job in his 5 1/3 innings. Just 1 run, 5 strikeouts.
Now Michael Conforto, the former Met, the tying run at the plate with 2 out in the 9th inning, and the Mets leading 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 3, put it in the books.
They take the series from the Dodgers and move 11 games over 500.